Hello, everyone, and welcome to a very special episode of Oscar Film Forecast. Today I'm joined by my co-host, Ben Campbell,
Hi, everyone.
and we are going to be giving our final predictions for the Oscar nominations, which come out on this upcoming Monday, just 2 days away from when we're filming. Uh, Lots of anticipation, lots of previous awards groups and nominations building up to this moment. They always give us a few surprises, and we're going to be giving our final predictions. If you want to win some sort of bets or win on Gold Derby, definitely go with our predictions because we're never wrong. Um,
That's totally true.
and before we get into it, if you want to watch a live reaction to the crazy nominations as they happen, go to the Council YouTube page and you will see both I and Ben reacting to them live on Monday morning.
Yeah,
And
very exciting.
yes. Now getting into the predictions, let's start off with the big one, Best Picture. I think the 10 here are pretty much solidified. Nomadland, Trial, Minari, Promising Young Woman, Mank, One Night in Miami, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Judas, The Father, and Sound of Metal.
Hold at the exact same order. Just swap two of them around.
Oh, wow,
Wow.
really?
Yeah.
That was my
I have
order.
The
Yeah,
Father
one.
at 10 and Ma Rainey at 6 and One Night in Miami at 7. But yeah, it's the same 10 and
Yeah.
it is locked in. I
It's,
think Sound of Metal is more locked in than The Father, though.
yeah, probably. I'm still holding out hope. I hate how quickly Sony did a horrible job with that. They campaigned that movie so horribly. I don't think anyone's really even seen it yet still.
I haven't seen it.
It's deserving of that nomination, but it's gonna be their own fault if they don't get it. But I think it's really down to how many nominations you think they'll give for Best Picture. Usually it's 8 or 9. I'm feeling
Yeah,
8 this year for some reason.
I
I
hope
don't know
not.
why.
Sound of Metal really should. It's like Beale
Yeah,
Street, the way that they snubbed that. They just need to get this in there. Like, come on, guys.
they do. I love how it's having a little resurgence here,
Mm.
coming back up. Um, yeah. So you think there's gonna be 9? What do you think?
Uh, I hope 9. I would love them to do 10 and put in The
Yeah,
Father. They really should.
yeah, they should. Any potential big snubs here? Usually the Best Picture race doesn't have as many snubs and surprises as other categories, but there's an occasional phantom thread or something.
I think there's like 5 films outside of the top 10, and that's The Five Bloods, Palm Springs, Borat, The Mauritanian, News of the World. That's
Hmm.
pretty much it because they all got Guild noms.
Hmm.
That's it.
Yeah, I don't really see any of them getting in, honestly.
Neither do I.
So yeah, I think it's down to those 10. Um, who do you think? I think right now the obvious big bet for winning is Nomadland, right? Or do you have someone else?
Yeah, Nomadland, I think, will win. I do think that it should win, along with either Sound of Metal, Judas, or Promising Young Woman. If I had my way, I would kick out Mank, Ma Rainey, and One Night in Miami, and I would throw in Palm Springs, The Mauritanian, and The Five Bloods, because I think they're all way better. Uh,
Mhm.
Especially The Five Bloods, I feel bad that that movie's getting kicked out, and the inferior Ma Rainey and One Night in Miami are getting in. I love The Five Bloods.
Yeah, I would kick out Mank and Ma Rainey in exchange for securing The Father and Sound of Metal. I don't
Yeah,
understand
fair enough.
Why Mank is such a lock. I hope it surprises that no one there likes it, but the guilds say otherwise, sadly.
I'm not predicting any acting nominations. It's a little tease.
Ooh, I would like that. I think yeah, Nomadland has the best shot at winning. Trial has been going down slowly. It used to be the front runner, but now it kind of seems like the basic pick that hopefully they don't
Good.
go with. I think the
The
next
Green
on
Book.
the list would probably be Minari, in my opinion, to winning.
Yeah, I think that's shocking, to be honest. I think it's fine. Now, don't at me or anything, but I just didn't really get it, to be honest. Like, they have a farm, but like they argue about it, and then, the end happens.
I
It's like,
watched it
okay,
yesterday. I caved in and spent the $20 because I felt like I needed to watch it before this episode. I really loved it. It's Possibly, maybe not. If Sound of Metal gets in, my favorite out of everything here.
Oh, okay.
I would like to see that. I think it will. I don't know if it's the front runner, but I'm currently predicting a twin SAG ensemble. So I think that
Oh,
could help.
same. I think it should.
Yeah.
100% it should.
And we saw that happen last year. Usually SAG ensemble doesn't line up with what wins Best Picture, but it did last year.
Hmm.
So yeah, I think that's pretty much it for Best Picture, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. Best director time.
Yeah, one of the easier categories, Best Picture, and kind of Best Director. So number one is obviously Chloe Zhao. Two, I
Hmm.
still have David Fincher. Three, I'm mixed with these bottom three, so I have them in no order really. But Emerald Fennell, Lee Isaac Chung, and Aaron Sorkin. If I could see any of them missing, right now I would see Aaron Sorkin missing.
I did a sneaky, and I put in Darius Marder for Sound of
That's who I
Metal.
would put in
Yeah.
if Sorkin missed. Yeah,
Oh, that should be the way it goes.
it should.
100%.
Yeah. So yeah, on the is that so you have the same list except you have Martyr instead of
I have
Sorkin?
Chloe Zhao, Emerald Fennel, because I'm putting her second because it's what
Mhm.
she deserves. Then David Fincher, Lee Isaac Chung, and Darius Marder.
Cool.
I'm proud.
On the outside there, I think we do have Regina King, Spike Lee,
Mm.
Florian Zeller, and Martyr. Um,
Poor Shaka King.
or
He
Shaka King, yeah. Lots of
he
people,
deserves it.
yeah, lots of people still think Regina King has a shot.
That's ridiculous.
They don't. I think maybe if the nominations were being picked by the whole Academy, she would have a shot. But the director's branch is kind of more artsy in their picks. Like one year they picked the guy who directed Cold War, which came out of
Over
nowhere,
Bradley Cooper.
over Bradley Cooper, an actor. They didn't nominate Ben
And
Affleck, an actor who
Bradley Cooper made such a more theatrical film than she did.
then who did?
Like he made a more what's it called, like cinematic movie than she did. That's
Totally, yeah,
essentially a play.
yeah.
Yeah.
She directed good
If he can get
performances, but it
hmm,
wasn't really artistic per se, and they like having that artistic flair, which is why I think both Emerald and Lee Isaac Chung have become locks.
hmm.
Technically. Um, yeah. So if anyone's gonna miss, I think it's gonna be Sorkin. Um, yeah. Anything else you want to say about that?
Interestingly, I'd I'd actually compare Regina King's first movie to I don't think it's as good as Molly's Game, but I think her directing style is a lot similar to Aaron Sorkin in his first movie. Very bland, but great
Yeah.
performances. I think
Yeah.
that's actually kind of interesting.
Yeah. They both have a hopefully future of making slightly more cinematic
Better
movies.
movies. Yeah,
Yes. Now into Best Actress, another kind of easy category in my opinion.
not
I still
mine.
have Carey Mulligan as the front runner, then Frances McDormand, then I have Andra Day at three, then Viola Davis, and then last place Vanessa Kirby.
I have Carey Mulligan, Viola Davis, Francis, and then Vanessa. But I think the fifth slot is still very much up in the air. I think you do have Andrew Day who won, but I don't think she's a lock. I think she's up there, but I don't think she's a lock. I
Mm-hmm.
think Sophia Loren could get in there. I think Yuri Han in Minari could get in there.
Yeah,
Amy Adams and Zendaya definitely at one point were at the number five, but I think they have
yeah,
an outside chance, but not really. But the
they've
person
fallen.
who I'm predicting is the one and only my wife, Rosamund Pike.
Yeah,
I'm predicting Rosamund Pike. I don't know why. It's just the more people say, I watch all these prediction videos and like I'm still looking at Rosamund Pike and I'm just thinking, I have not been wrong on this train yet, so I'm
no,
going to stay
yeah,
on this Rosamund Pike train.
yeah,
Uh, I'd love to see it, but I know it's unlikely, but I still want to just put it out there.
yeah. That would be very good for you. She doesn't have great odds right now. She's below Julia Garner in The Assistant, surprisingly. Um,
The way they do that is a
yeah,
bit fucked. Like I think
yeah,
she genuinely is number 6 or 7.
she is.
She's
Yeah,
not like I'd say she's probably tied with Sophia Loren and Zendaya.
yeah, she would be. But yeah, I think it would be great if McDormand got in, but I think the top five are probably most likely. I don't see any surprises happening here. As to who wins, that could be a potential surprise because this is one of those
Crazy.
categories that's been all over the place.
Mm. I want it to be Carey Mulligan. She's my
Absolutely.
favorite of all these.
Carey Mulligan, Viola Davis, I don't really want to win, but I doubt she would. I wouldn't mind
I hope
Frances
not.
McDormand winning again, but that kind of be like three Oscars.
Irritating.
Yeah.
It'd be irritating to me because the last time she won, she took Margot Robbie's Oscar, and I really thought she deserved
Yeah.
to win over her. And if she would do it again to Carey Mulligan, a very similar type thing produced by Margot Robbie, that would
Oh,
be kind of hilarious, but really sad for me. Like really
Margot
sad.
Robbie. She would hate her.
Very funny.
Okay, so that's Best Actress. Now on to Best Actor. The clear frontrunner here is obviously Chadwick Boseman. Then I have
Mm.
Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah.
Then I have Riz Ahmed. Then sadly, I have Gary Oldman. And then my fifth spot, I'm not letting this one go. This is happening. Delroy Lindo is going to get nominated.
Since I'm a pessimistic fucker, I don't have him on here. But since I'm also an optimistic fucker, I do not have Gary Oldman on here.
That would be a good outcome. Who do you have?
It really would. I have Chadwick Boseman, Anthony Hopkins, Riz Ahmed. Love that top three right there. My
Mhm.
number four is someone who I genuinely don't understand getting nominated, but he is, and that's Stephen Yeun.
Yeah.
I could see him like he's like my third or fourth. Like I preferred Yuri Han, I preferred Yu Jung Yoon, and I preferred Alan Kim. All
Same.
people who I kind of predict could get nominated, as you'll see as
Mhm.
we move on. He would be the least person I would nominate out of the entire film, but I still think he's likely. I could see him swapping with Delroy Lindo,
Yeah,
but
probably.
Delroy Lindo's not my number five. My number five is someone who uh, I think people are sleeping on. That is Tahar Rahim in The Mauritanian. I love the movie. It's a great movie. Once I saw the movie, I started to predict him, and then he keeps going up, and I think he has a chance to get in there, and I think he should. He's amazing in the movie. Have you seen it?
I have not still, so I can't really speak to his performance. Um, he did get the BAFTA nomination, but the BAFTA
Yeah.
nominations, who knows what's going on there.
He got the
Um,
Globe.
he did get the Globe, yeah. He does have a good amount of precursors. Unlike Delroy Lindo, but I don't know. I was looking at previous years for Best Actor, and almost every year for the past like 5 or so years, there was like one actor nominated who
Mm,
was the only nomination for their film. So last year was Antonio Banderas for Pain and Glory. Then it was what's his name, Willem Dafoe for what
at
was
Eternity's Gate.
At Eternity's Gate. The year before it was Viggo Mortensen for Captain Fantastic.
Yeah.
The year before it was Denzel Washington and Roman Israel as Quiet or whatever.
J.S. Squire.
Bryan
Yeah.
Cranston and Trumbo. So it's pretty consistent there. And I think that person is going to be Delroy Lindo as To Five Blood's only nomination. Or maybe
You know
second.
who it could be? I don't think the father is locked in any other category except for this one. It could be the father
It could
if
be
nobody sees
Hopkins.
it.
I think Coleman will probably get nominated, and I think it'll probably get screenplay, but it could be.
Maybe.
Could be
Like
Mads
if
Mikkelsen too.
I'd love that so much, but he didn't get the Globe. So I would love to see it. I really, really would. I think he's definitely deserving. Well, it is what it is. It's not happening.
Yeah. So I would say expect someone in there who is the sole nomination for their film.
Now
So
we're moving on to the most crazy category.
oh
It's like a
god,
10-person race. Oh, okay. And you're
I
going
have
to be
no
surprised
clue.
at who I'm predicting.
I have no clue here. I have I don't even have an order here. So I have Olivia Colman, Maria Bakalova, Glenn Close, Yu Jung Yoon. I hope I'm saying that right. And last place, I'm in between Ellen Bernstein and Jodie Foster. I'm not falling off the Bernstein train.
No, you do you. I would love her to be nominated, but unfortunately, I just don't see it
Yeah,
happening. I have, okay, Yu Jung Yoon,
yeah.
Jodie Foster, The
Mhm.
Mauritanian, Maria Bakalova in Borat's subsequent movie film, Glenn Close in Hillbilly Elegy, and Dominique Fishback, Judas and
Yes,
the Black Messiah.
I would
Just in
love that.
case, because there are some surprises sometimes. Leslie Manville in Phantom Thread. Judas and the Black Messiah could very well be this year's Phantom Thread. I do not think we should underestimate Ellen Burstyn, Helena Zengel, or Amanda Seyfried. I'm not predicting Olivia Colman, but again, it's just such a crazy category. You never know.
Mhm. Yeah, it is. It's crazy. I think we should address. Neither of us have the current fifth slot of Amanda Seyfried. I think
Mm,
she didn't get SAG. That's a very bad. Some people
because
don't get
Gary
SAG.
Oldman did.
Gary Oldman did. Yeah, that
Mm.
also. Some people don't get SAG and end up going to the Oscars. I think Laura Dern for Wild is something like that that happened for supporting actress, but the nominees are decided by the acting branch, so I think she's done so.
Just me. Yeah, I agree.
No Helena Zengel, sorry. You lost to Alan Kim, which is not very good
No.
for your chances. Yeah, so I think it's that top four, and then it's probably going to be it's between Jodie Foster, Ellen Burstyn, and Dominique Fishback, probably.
I see. I love Jodie. I would love my ideal top five is Yoo Jung Yoon, Jodie Foster, Dominique Fishback, Glenn Close, and Maria Bakalova. No, wait, I'm predicting that. But I'd also like to see Ellen Burstyn maybe take out. No, I don't know. Sorry, she just wasn't enough for me. But
Yeah,
yeah, that's my five. That's my favorite.
yeah. I may have to swap out Ellen for Jodie, just because that seems like it's gonna happen. Win
Yeah,
wise, who freaking knows? Everyone has picked someone different. Yeah, I have
I
no.
would. Fuck, I don't know. I
Yeah,
suppose I'd love it to be Jodie Foster. That would be so cool.
wouldn't
But
that be your
in the
third
same way,
Oscar?
yeah, in the same way, I don't want it to be her because she has one. I would like it to be Maria Bakalova. I would like it to be Dominique Fishback. I would like it to be Yoo Jung Yoon. You know,
Yeah, yeah. I'd rather give Frances a third Oscar before Jodie Foster, in my opinion.
I would. Okay.
To each their own. Yeah, I
Yeah.
could see I could see anyone here winning, honestly.
Hmm.
Maybe not Maria Bakalova, just because that's maybe not an Academy kind of thing, but who
I mean,
knows?
she's basically the current frontrunner, though.
Yeah, she is
Hmm.
kind of, which is nuts. Now into a little bit more of a locked category. Best Supporting Actor. So I have Daniel Kaluuya, Mr. Paul Raci, uh,
Hey,
Sacha Baron Cohen, Leslie Odom Jr., and then in that fifth spot, I currently have Chadwick Boseman, but I wouldn't be surprised to see Alan Kim take his spot.
that's exactly who I think. That's who I have at the moment, Alan Kim. I
Yeah,
think he's gonna get it.
yeah. He's had a big surge lately after his Critics' Choice.
The second he started crying, I predicted him.
Yeah. The only thing is, I think the Critics' Choice happened like the day before nominations closed, so lots of people may have already submitted their nomination lists, but who knows?
Which
Uh,
means
yeah.
fucking Jared Leto might have a chance. I've
Oh my God.
officially purged the little things from all of my
As you should.
predictions because it just felt good for my soul to get rid of it from score, makeup, and supporting actor. Like, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, if he gets it, that would be just insane. I don't want that to happen. I would like again. It's a weird movie to nominate because it's not that good. Like it's fine. It's a serviceable movie. It's not like an abomination or anything, but
Yeah.
like it's basic. It's a really basic movie. Eh, yeah. Let's just move
Yeah.
on. Alan Kim, I got you in my heart.
Yeah. Obviously, I think Daniel Kaluuya is winning.
Oh
As
yeah, as he should.
as he should. On to the next category, on to the screenplays. Best adapted screenplay. So I have One Night in Miami, Nomadland, The Father, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. And then in that fifth spot, I currently have Borat, but I'm considering replacing it with White Tiger, maybe, or maybe Mauritanian. I don't know.
Well, when I watched The Mauritanian, the first thing I did was I predicted both the actors and I predicted the screenplay, and that
Mhm.
hasn't changed. And I really think it's going to happen. The film deserves it. If you know how like it was written, it's just insane. I highly recommend watching the movie. The cinematography nomination at the BAFTAs, so deserved. It's incredible. Just everything about the film is like the best kind of Oscar bait you could ever get.
Yeah.
It's just brilliant. I love it. So yeah, I'm predicting that. I have the same top four as you. Nomadland should win. Uh, yeah,
Do you think it's going to win? It's the current front runner, but I think One Night in Miami may win.
I'd like to see the father take one thing.
I would too, yeah. I just
So that
Nomadland kind of seems like it's gonna sweep. Um, and the script isn't. I mean, there's a cool story behind the script, how she kind of wrote it as she was directing it, but
mm,
it's not really like a script kind of script, if you know.
yeah, I know. I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
I don't
so
know.
we'll see. I hope Borat doesn't get in, honestly, because I don't know how much of a script that is either.
Exactly.
So now into Best Original Screenplay, I have Trial of the Chicago 7, Promising Young Woman, Minari, Mank, and I currently have Judas, but I kind of think Sound of Metal could take its spot.
Mhm. Same as you. I think Sound of Metal. I'd like it to be not Mank and both of them.
Yeah,
And I suppose, like, I don't know. If Promising Young Woman, I'd love to see win.
yeah. It did win the Critics' Choice, right?
Did. Oh, wait, it did. Yeah, it did. Oh, so good.
I think it's between that and Trial for winning.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. I like Sound of Metal more than Judas, but I think Judas may have a better script. There's some really good lines in Judas.
Interestingly, I think they both are kind of competing in the same categories. They're like both the number six
Yeah.
and the number five, and they're both edging each other out.
In Best Picture, yeah.
Mm.
Both on the outside. Poor Soul, you had a good shot earlier, but you've been falling very, very
Mm.
fastly. There was a point where I
I
predicted Soul for Best Picture. We're gonna forget that that happened.
We are, yeah,
Yeah.
and I just completely
Um,
forget.
so now into Best Cinematography. Nomadland is the front runner as it should be. Then Mank is gonna get nominated. Then News of the World probably. Trial of the Chicago 7, I think will. And then I'm between Judas. I think it's gonna be Judas in that fifth spot.
Since I'm, big crackhead energy over here, Nomadland Mank, Minari, Tenet, and Judas and the Black Messiah. I, Cherry, like seriously, we got
No.
to see Tom Holland's cherries in Cherry.
Yeah,
Don't nominate that for cinematography.
no, don't. I mean, it was one of the better parts of the film. It's a little over stylized cinematography, kind of like Michael Bay. Um,
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean, has any of his movies been nominated for cinematography?
I don't think so. I
Maybe
thought
Pearl
Six
Harbor.
Underground actually had pretty good cinematography, to be honest.
Yeah,
I
he does
liked it.
good cinematography. It's maybe not like Oscar cinematography. Trial of the Chicago 7. I don't know why it's in here. It was so bland,
Oh, come on.
but
The Five Bloods was way better, had way
I
better
know.
cinematography.
I wish it was gonna get in there. I doubt it will to Five Bloods.
Hmm.
Minari could sneak in. Tenet
Yeah,
is
I'm
still
predicting it.
pretty high ranking wise, but I don't. Apparently, Warner Brothers took that off of their like campaigning page, and they're not sending screeners anymore. So I don't know if it has good chances really anywhere besides VFX.
That's so stupid because it's like kind of like that really easily could have swept a ton of technicals.
Yeah, yeah.
And they already risked the movie. Like they put it out there in the middle of a pandemic and
Hmm.
hope people would see it, and they didn't. You may as well get some Oscar nominations for it, but nope.
Yeah, doesn't bother me too much because it's kind of overrated. But
I think
that's
it's underrated. I think people hate it too much.
I don't hate it. I just don't think it's um I don't know, it's kind of the cinematography didn't really blow me away. So now to best costume design. I have Ma Rainey as winning, then I have Mank, then I have Emma, then I have News of the World, and then I have the United States versus Billie Holiday.
I have because again, me, Ma Rainey, Mank, Birds of Prey,
Hmm.
Promising Young Woman, and Emma. I initially was going to predict Palm Springs because the contemporary costumes. I'm doing it with Promising Young Woman. It's so stupid. They never do it. I had Palm Springs on my list for a while, but I just had to do the smart thing. But I'm still keeping Promising Young Woman on here because it's good for my soul.
Yeah, yeah. That's possible. I don't personally see it happening. I hope. I think Ma Rainey's definitely gonna win it.
Mm.
Um, Ammonite has a decent shot. So does Mulan, but I hope
Come
I
on.
hope Mulan doesn't get
No, it's just like, come on, Academy. Like, seriously, don't do that.
the costumes. I mean, they weren't that special
The
to me.
technicals, the reason that Mulan, besides the outside controversy behind the film, the actual film itself, the production design is really cheap. That's
Yeah.
my biggest complaint with it. The VFX are abhorrent, and the costume design is just nothing special. Like the Mulan gown itself looks pretty cool,
Hmm.
but come on, don't be lazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Agreed. So now on to best film editing. I have Trial of the Chicago 7 up front. Then I have The Father. Then I have Nomadland. Then I have Sound of Metal. And I'm deciding between Mank or Promising Young Woman.
Well, I have Sound of Metal, Trial of the Chicago 7, Nomadland, Promising Young Woman, and Mank. I just think that the Father's going to underperform. They have not got
Mhm.
screeners out there. It's really tough. I don't want it to be the case, but unfortunately, I think it is.
Yeah, I could see that definitely happening. I hope not. Um,
Mm,
yeah, winning wise here, it's probably going to be Trial. I'm rooting for Sound of Metal.
yeah,
Um,
same.
yeah, I think Sound of Metal getting into a lot of these technicals is helping its Best Picture chances.
Come on, Green, you can do it.
Oh yeah, I like that song. I don't know. It's gonna get in though. We'll get to that in a second. Now on to best
We
makeup
will.
and hairstyling. Ma Rainey once again. I have it at number one. Then I have Hillbilly Elegy. Then I have Emma. Then I have Pinocchio. And that last spot, I think maybe I'd go with Jingle Jangle.
I don't. I had Jingle Jangle for a while, but like the little things, I just got rid of it because I just don't think it's going to happen. I
Yeah,
have Birds of Prey, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Hillbilly Elegy, Mank, and Pinocchio.
yeah, yeah, that makes sense. I'd really hope Mank doesn't get in there. I just don't see anything special about the makeup and hairstyling besides maybe that costume scene at the end.
Right.
Uh, but I think there's a good shot that that happens. But
I'd
I'm,
like to just see Birds of Prey get it, to be honest. I'm playing favorites here because I like
yeah,
that movie.
yeah. If I were to kick any out, I'd probably kick out Jingle Jangle.
Hmm.
But I'm sticking with that for now. Who knows what will happen before Monday. Now into Best Production Design. Mank, the only Oscar it will win. It's going to win one. It's not going to be like The Irishman, sadly. It's going to win one, so we can't say it's exactly this year's Irishman, even though it kind of is.
Hmm.
Then News of the World, then Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. Then I'm kind of stuck here because I did have Tenet, but I don't know if that's going to happen anymore because they're not really screening it. I do think Mulan will probably get in here.
Come on,
Um,
no. It's Mank, The Father, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Tenet, and News of the World. Come on, Academy. This is what you got to do.
yeah, The Father, I would really want it to get in. It
Yeah.
hasn't really been happening anywhere nomination wise. Um, I could see The Midnight Sky maybe taking Tenet
Oh,
spot.
please, no. The fact that they nominate Passengers and The Midnight Sky but not Ad Astra for any of these
Yeah,
technicals, disgusting.
yeah,
And Annihilation too. Annihilation deserved production design, VFX, score, abominable is what that is. But
yeah.
yeah.
I think I may keep Tenet in there actually. So that's a trickier one. At least we know what's going to win.
Hmm.
Um, Now on to best score with another front runner. I think Soul is definitely going to win. I think
Hmm.
Nari's going to get in there. I think Mank is going to get in there. I think then News of the World, and then Midnight Sky. Sorry, Mr. Ludwig Göransson. I think you will be snubbed.
I just have Tenet in there instead of News of the World.
Yeah, I can see that, but I don't know. They seem to. I forget what's his name. The guy who did News of the World.
James Newton Howard, is it?
Yeah, I think so. It's some composer that they nominate a lot. That's all I know.
Thomas Newman, is it?
Maybe. God, I feel like his name's on the tip of my tongue, but
Yeah.
either way, I think he'll probably get in there. But no matter what, I think the front runner is Soul.
Hmm. Or Sowell, as the Golden Globes would
Yes,
say.
or Sal. We're in the best song category right now.
Yeah, yeah.
So I have Speak Now from One Eye Miami, Fight for You for Judas, Hear My Voice for Trial, Scene from The Life Ahead, and I still think Husavik is going to get in there ahead of Turntables.
I really hate this trend of nominating the civil rights song from,
Yeah,
like, it's so generic,
yeah.
especially Trial of the Chicago 7. That is nothing special. I have Husavik, my hometown, from Eurovision Song Contest, which should win. Low C from The Life Ahead, which is amazing. Love that song. Green from Sound of Metal, which gives Sound of Metal 7 Oscar nominations. Do it, you cowards. Wuhan Flu and Turntables.
You think Wuhan Flu's gonna get in there?
It should.
I feel like, I don't know. That seems kind of like, I don't even consider that really much of a
The
song.
only reason I'm
But
kind of putting it up there is because maybe people are putting it in because it's funny.
true, true.
I also have to say, you could see Speak Now, you could see Fight for You, you probably will. But the main thing I'm thinking is Rain Song from Minari, which I
For
love, but it's
the nomination.
really similar to the score. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that has a shot. It's pretty high up there. Minari's doing pretty well, so it could just be another nomination. I just really hope they don't snub Husavik. Um,
Have you listened to it?
yes, it's a good song.
It's so good. Yeah.
Uh, Speak Now is pretty good. I mean, I haven't listened to all of these songs, but I don't really care much for this category, to be honest, because I don't
I
know.
care a lot about this category.
Yeah,
I Care a Lot is a great movie.
yeah.
But the reason I love Husavik is because it kind of has a little bit of an anti-show business message. It's,
Mhm.
it kind of highlights that just because you have all the neon lights and you have big flashy awards, that doesn't necessarily mean your life is whole, doesn't mean it's complete.
Mhm.
Your heart is where you live, and I think it highlights that. And I think if the Academy get like sh- sh- shines a spotlight on that, it would be really, really cool. I'd love it.
Yeah, that would be nice. Win wise, I think it's Speak Now or Scene. It's whether or not they want to give Diane Warren or Leslie Odom an Oscar, really. It's between those
I
two.
really hope it's Diane Warren. Low Scene is a great song.
Yeah, I haven't heard it. But maybe I think we're going to hear them all be sung somehow at the Oscars.
Hmm.
However, they're still doing the ceremony. We shall see. Um, Now into Best Sound. I have in first place Sound of Metal, obviously, as it should be.
Yeah.
Then I have Mank. Then I have News of the World. Then I have Greyhound. And then I have Midnight
What?
Sky.
Okay. No, you don't get to talk anymore. I have
Ah,
Sound of Metal. Oh, I haven't changed this. That's me. Okay. Here's what I have. I have Sound of
okay.
Metal, Tenet. That's a mistake. Mank, Soul, and Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. I'm just putting it up there because you never know.
Hmm.
The Nolan movies, for some reason, get sound Oscars. Sound of Metal should win. Good. I'm thinking of maybe pulling out Tenet for Nomadland.
For Nomadland. Ooh, that'd be interesting. I
Mm-hmm.
remember reading somewhere that they did one of those I know they do it for visual effects, like those like branch meetings and presentations. I think they did
Mm,
one for the sound category. And I just remember
good.
reading that Greyhound, Midnight Sky, and News of the World all had pretty good presentations. So I'm keeping those in there. I guess this is more of a risky category for me because Soul and Ma Rainey are both higher up in the rankings, but I'd like to see Soul get in there. But that's what I'm going with. I'm going with two Tom Hanks movies getting in there.
QAnon won't be happy.
Yeah, yeah, true.
I just watched the vaccination special of South Park, so I too funny.
I still need to watch that. But yeah, I think Tenet It's not going to make it in there, and it should not. Win-wise, Sound of Metal should win, and it will
Yeah.
win.
Mm.
Speaking of visual effects, now we're on to Best VFX, where I think this is another risky category for me, but I still have Tenet getting in.
Same.
I have Midnight Sky. I have Welcome to, I can't say this, Chechnya,
Chechnya.
Chechnya, The One and Only Ivan, and I have Soul.
Well, I'm a risky person, so I'm really happy with my nominations. I have Welcome to Chechnya. I think that could win. I
I
think
think
it
it
should
could.
win. I have Tenet, Birds of Prey, Soul, and I can't decide between The Midnight Sky or Mank. I'm ignoring Mulan's existence.
Yeah, as am I, especially because that VFX isn't that good. I do
So
think One
bad.
and Only Ivan's going to get in there. I don't know why.
I
It's
think it
pretty.
could. I don't count out Love and Monsters because, like, why would they shortlist that?
I don't know. They shortlist some weird things sometimes, especially because this year they don't have as many options. I mean, Bloodshot's in there too, and that doesn't really have any
Holy
chance of
shit!
getting in there. I imagine Oscar nominated Bloodshot.
I tried to watch Bloodshot like recently, and I was like, you know what, the VFX in this are just not keeping me.
Yeah.
So I just left. But okay, apparently it's good.
Who do you think wins here? Do you think Tenet can actually win something, or do you think?
Yeah, I think I'd be
Um,
happy with it. But I think Welcome to Chechnya
yeah.
using deep fake technology is brilliant.
Yeah.
Love it so much, and how it works within the story, I think it's excellent. Now, I think Tenet also deserves to win with what they pulled off. It is incredible, but nah, I think Welcome to Chechnya should win, and I'd like to see Birds of Prey nominated because favoritism.
Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah, I agree. Those are probably the top two contenders to win. Best animated feature. This is kind of a cakewalk. Soul is winning. Then Wolfwalkers, Onward, Over the Moon, and Croods are all going to be nominated.
Yeah, I would
Pretty
love to
much.
see Onward win. I loved Onward, but I
Yeah.
also loved Soul.
Yeah. Soul. That's really probably its only
Sal.
that and score. Yeah, Sal. That's its only that and score are really its only shots. I don't really know much regarding documentary. I don't really track this as much. Do you?
Okay, here's the thing. They never nominate the frontrunners. I don't think
Really don't.
Time, Boy State, or Crip Camp will be getting in.
No.
I'm nominating all the stuff that they put in other categories, like Honeyland. So I have Welcome to Chechnya, Collective, All In, The Fight for Democracy, MLK, FBI, because I heard that's amazing, and then Dick Johnson is Dead. I'm also happy that Boy State isn't getting in because I really dislike the director, so that makes me, happy that it won't get nominated, but it probably will. But they always snub the front runners.
Yeah, they have
So
done that the past few years.
like, yeah, no, people are like, oh yeah, Time. It's like they always snub the front runner, so Time is definitely gonna get in there. No, Time is the front runner. It's not gonna happen. I don't think Dick Boys State or Crit Camp. I don't think Dick Johnson could happen, or All In. Like you never know. The Truffle Hunters, as like all those sound really really interesting.
Yeah, I'm gonna fix mine up here a little bit. I don't know. I'll address that later. Probably right beforehand. I'm just probably with all of these gonna go with whatever Gold Derby's top five are. Speaking
Hmm.
of best international film, another round is obviously getting in there. I
Hmm.
think oh god. Uh,
Kuvedo Saida.
yeah, that movie
Yeah,
is probably gonna get in there. Um Collective, Two of Us, and La Llorona.
yeah. I was the same top five.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Hmm.
I haven't seen any of those besides Another Round, so I can't really speak to it.
Kuvedo Saida is very good.
Yeah, which country is that from?
I have no idea. I think Spain. I
Uh,
don't know. I probably should know.
best animated short. Uh, Probably. Yeah. I
There's
don't, do you want to cover these, or do you want to just say go with the Gold Derby's top five?
I did some interesting things with these.
Okay.
So I did like there's one thing I'm really confused about. There was a 2020 short film on Disney Plus called Loop. Was that eligible?
I don't know.
it's just because it was really good, and if it was eligible, I think it should win because it highlighted a non-verbal girl
Hmm.
who, and it's really cool. I think it's a Pixar short, and it was just really really amazing. And if that was nominated, I wish it won. But I have Out, Burrow, If Anything Happens, I Love You, The Snail and the Whale, and Traces.
Yes, I think I have. If anything happens, I love you. Out, Burrow, Opera, and Kappa Mahu.
Hmm. I don't like to go with the top five because they always pull some shit. So
They do. I don't know enough to really go and make
yeah,
risky decisions here. Documentary short. Um, yeah, I have Gold Derby's top five.
I did What Would Sophia Loren Do because I think it could,
Oh,
Sophia
yeah,
Loren has a few movies. So What Would Sophia Loren Do? A Love Song for Latasha, Colette, Hunger Ward, Abortion Helpline. This is Lisa.
nice.
That's it.
Yeah, and then we have live action short. Uh, I have Letter Room, Human Voices, Two Distant Strangers, The Present, and Da Yi.
Instead of Dai Yi, I have Feeling Through. But I did have Dai Yi up until tonight.
Awesome. And then that ends it all.
It does.
Wow.
So join us on Monday
Yeah.
to react live to the Oscar nominations.
Yes, it's going to be fun. There's going to be hopefully some surprises, hopefully some welcome surprises, like a
Rosamund Pike.
Goldman snub or Rosamund Pike, or as long as they don't snub like Paul Raci. Who's one
Oh
person,
my god.
if you could lock them as a nomination and not getting snubbed, who would you? I think I'd
Acting.
probably go with Paul Raci.
If I'm doing it in the acting categories, I would probably say, since you say Paul Raci, I will say Dominique Fishback in Judas and the Black Messiah.
I'd like to see that. Yeah. So go make your predictions, everyone. Best of luck. Come watch us live react, and we'll have a breakdown of the nominations soon after they come out come
Hmm.
Monday. So please like, subscribe, comment down your predictions, and yeah, thank you for watching, and goodbye.